Welcome to 5 hidden details you probably didn't know about in Dragon's Dogma 2. Let's get started. At number 1, did you know that there's actual multiple ways of gaining buffs in Dragon's Dogma 2? Now, one way being shown here is if you go to the Borderly and do what I like to call the medieval tango with a woman or a man or beastren of your choice. Whatever floats your boat or isn't. I'm not judging here. Point is, after you do the Night Deed, you'll get 3 boosts. That is an attack boost, a defense boost, and a recovery boost. Pretty useful, and if you decide to be a baller and go all out, get a premium membership, and pay for these services, you'll get access to a slightly different animation, but more importantly, you will now get 5 boosts. You get the first 3, but then you also get a stamina boost, hey yo, and a resilience boost. Very useful, except that these boosts and any of these temporary boosts you can get in the game only last 1 day. So what I actually recommend is using the campsite and cooking a meal, such as this beast steak here. Dang, I'm so distracted by that HD 4K oddly realistic cooking. But yeah, go ahead and cook a meal, eat some buffs. And at number 2, you can play catch with your pawns. Look at how cool that is. I'm here stroking the chick. Hey, yeah. Anyway, playing with my pawns here. You might have seen this in social media already. One thing I do want to add though is one important factor here is that these pawns have to be of the simple inclination. So they have to be a bunch of knuckleheads to actually go along with this. But hey, they're having a good time. I'm having a good time. And you can actually step up your game here and go from a game of catch and equip the Mystic Spearhead and actually play a game of baseball. Ace catches the board comes back, oh, it's being set up, and then here it goes right out of the park, and it's a home run. Anyway, speaking of pawns, at number 3, you might have noticed that riftstones, as you travel the world, tend to have different names. Here I'm marking a few, and there's actually more to these names. If we go up here, you'll see that there's a riftstone of kind-hearted, there's other riftstones. Who knows, there might even be a riftstone of simpleness. Actually, there definitely is. Point is, these riftstones actually lead you to special instances of the rift. Very unique ones. If we go to this one, we're just, whoa, surrounded by tall, buff men. Now that's what a rift should be, man. All these times, there's all these women here, like all pretty and stuff. Like, nah. This where's the men? There's the men. And why? Because this is the rift zone of robustness. It is only for puns of the robust build. If we go to the rift zone of the kind-hearted, then chances are you'll find smaller, more kind-hearted pawns. And typically in riftstones you can actually search up the pawns that you want. In this case you only have access to these, so very interesting. Speaking of pawns, at number 4, did you know that your main pawn has its own affinity system? That's right, similar to NPCs that you can kind of rizz up by, giving them items, giving them flowers, give them whatever they like. Your main pawn actually also has an affinity towards you, meaning that they'll like you more depending on certain things. As I'm showing here, if you actually go to the salon and give them maybe a new hair color, change up their hair a little bit like that, change their makeup a little bit, adjust it, just go ahead and give them a few tweaks here and there, they actually like that, and that increases their affinity quite a bit. There's a few other things you can do for them, such as just overall being friendly towards them. After battles, go ahead and give them high fives and just basically don't let them die kind of stuff. Once you max out their affinity, there's a few things that will change. One of them may or may not have to do with the ending of the game, a little bit of a bonus there, so I'm not going to show that, but I just wanted to let you know that yes, you can max out their affinity and it's very worth doing so. At number 5, as you travel the world of Dragon's Dogma, you might notice groups of travelers traveling the roads just like you. Travelers just like this on the left, but they They are imposters. In fact, you might even call them smooth criminals. And the thing is, they are fake arisen and fake pawns.